What is up, guys? It's your boy Dilogyy here, coming at you guys with another video today. Today I'm just going to talk about the final placings for the Season 3 playoffs in Columbus, Ohio this past weekend. I actually went to the event, and it was really great to go. It was really entertaining. Everybody played great for the most part. There's definitely some bad placings out of teams that I didn't expect to have bad placings, but so I'll start from the bottom and work our way up. 7th and 8th, you had Rise and FaZe Clan. Probably the more surprising of those two was FaZe, considering Sensor Parasite, Karma, and Apathy just won UMG Nashville, and the fact that they dropped the ball coming to Columbus was kind of surprising, although they definitely argue all the time online, which if you haven't watch their streams, it's crazy. They argue all the time over everything. Got a little better after Nashville, but still was some arguing, although they didn't really practice very much. Just nobody did really. But they lost Optic Nation, choked Game 5. They're up 5-2 on Optic Nation on Search and Destroy, and ended up losing 6-5. They lost 4 rounds in a row, and it was bad. The place was going crazy when they lost those 4 rounds in a row. And then they ended up losing in the losers bracket to Denial, I think. Yeah, Denial. They lost to Denial, and Denial pretty much just dismantled them. I mean, just absolutely annihilated them. But, I mean, Denial's been playing really well lately. And then the other team, Rise, you know, everybody calls them Warrior, the Warrior Squad. I mean, they just absolutely annihilate online and then go to LAN and choke. And I heard a pretty interesting fact. I think it might have been Maven that said it. He said that Rise actually has, when they got 4th at UMG Nashville, they only beat 2 pro teams, or 1 pro team twice, and that was Optic Gaming. And that got them to 4th because they beat them in the pool play to get top in their pool, so they were in the winners bracket. And then they beat Optic Gaming again in the losers bracket after they lost in the winners bracket. And when they beat them the second time, that put them in top 4. So that's pretty interesting to think that they only beat 1 pro team to get top 4. So that wasn't really a surprise that they got 7th, 8th. They ended up losing first round to Noble, which is definitely a surprise, but they ended up losing that game, and Slasher went off, and then they dropped down to the losers bracket, and Optic actually avenged themselves and beat Rise 3-0. Pretty decisive 3-0 too. It was Saturday, and Optic Gaming was just going off. They were playing so hard, and Clay was going crazy. And anybody that follows Optic Gaming knows that when Clay starts getting hype, that's when everything goes good for them. And then 5th and 6th, Optic Nation and Denial Esports. ON, it's kind of a fluky weekend for them. I mean, they look like crap, to be honest. They got lucky beating FaZe. So getting 5th, 6th for them, they should really take it, because I don't think they deserve to get 5th, 6th. I think they deserve to get probably last, but ended up getting 5th, 6th, beat FaZe, lost 2nd round, and then ended up getting knocked out by Optic Gaming. And Optic Gaming 3-0'd them on Saturday. Gaming was just hot. They were on fire, and there was no chance Nation was going to beat them. They had too much slaying power, and just too much. Nation just doesn't have enough slaying power to stay in it. So then you had Denial, who was definitely a surprise getting 5th, 6th. I had them getting 2nd, top 2. I had them in the championship game, and them falling off, really surprising to me. So they beat FaZe, and they went up against Noble. They went up against Noble, and no, they went up against Most Wanted. They ended up losing to Most Wanted. Most Wanted was my surprise. That was more surprising than Noble to me, because Noble started out playing Rise, which it's Rise. I don't think Rise is that great, so it didn't really surprise me that they got beat by Noble. But Most Wanted they came out. They came to play. Classic was on. Huddle was on. Spacey was going crazy. He had 14, 15 caps in Octane Blitz, which broke a record of some kind. So that was insane. So that's pretty cool. Denial ended up losing to them. And then fourth place, Opti Gaming. They really did not practice at all before this event, so I really was not surprised that they ended up getting fourth. I didn't really expect much from them, to be honest. After they lost to Denial 3-2, I expected them to get knocked out on Saturday, to be honest, and get 7th, 8th, or 5th, 6th, but they ended up coming out and playing hard and really getting hype on Saturday, so they ended up making it to Sunday and ended up getting beat by Most Wanted. But like I said, Most Wanted was playing extremely well. Slacked with his AR was absolutely crazy. Slacked was playing out of his mind this weekend. And Spacey was playing crazy too. So Octagame got fourth. Scumpy did his thing. Proofy had a really good event. Clay started out, I think he was like 12 and 30 something in the first map he played this weekend, and he ended up coming back and he actually played pretty well on Saturday, and then they all just played like crap on Sunday. So they got fourth. Most Wanted got third. I said enough about them. They played really well this weekend, all four of them. Would have liked to see a little bit more out of Huddle. If he would have played better, I think they would have got second or first. And if they would have got first, it would have made the philosophy or made the thing come true of everybody that used to play for FaZe Red ended up getting a championship. So you had I think it might have been FaZe Red and Black. I don't know, you had Kaplan, Proofy, Sensor, Classic. Classic hasn't gotten one. He's the only one that hasn't gotten one. Karma, no, not Karma. I'm not sure who else. There's a bunch of people. And then second, Noble. Noble was definitely surprising to everybody. The casters were going crazy that Noble was winning. The analysis desk, I mean, they didn't know what to do. Teep was like, man, I don't know, they could win this. They're really, really playing really well. And I attribute that to just Slasher was playing out of his mind. Slasher and Sender. Sender was playing really well too. Chino had some big plays in S&D. And Miyagi in that on Sunday, he was playing crazy too. Him, Slasher, and Cinder were all just going crazy. And then Chino picked up some big kills. I mean, he wasn't slaying real great, but I mean, he picked up some big kills in big spots. So that was definitely impressive. They looked really well. But I mean, it is Ghost, so what can you really take from Ghost? Not very much, because the game is absolutely awful. And I mean, yeah, that's just the way it is. Like, there's not really much you can do. Holy shit, it is pouring down rain. Anyway, and then last but not least, first place, Envious. I think this is who should have been picked to win the event. Envy's lineup is just, if they all show up, wow. You know, Merc's been around forever. Merc's a veteran. They dismantled everybody they played this weekend. Everybody. I mean, they played Noble twice, and three of them both times, I think. No, they 3-1 them once. But they were just playing out of their mind. Formal broke a record for the best KD ever. He had like a 2.12 KD. Absolutely insane. The dude, he kills everything. Kaplan, J-Cap, played crazy. He played really well, especially in Blitz. Merc, just being Merc. That's just what he does. He's Merc, and he plays well, and the team wins. Then Nameless showed up. He played well, and the whole team. I mean, when they all show up, you cannot outslay Envy. I mean, they are just lights out when they come out and slay. So I would say after Denial, FaZe, and Gaming all got knocked out, like at the very beginning of Sunday, I knew Envy was going to win. I told my friend that. I was like, Envy's going to win now. I mean, Noble can't hang with them. Noble doesn't have the slaying power. Most Wanted doesn't have the slaying power, but especially when Informal shows up and has a 2.12 KD. But it's definitely a very fun weekend. Thank you to MLG for putting this event on in Columbus, and just having the MLG TV arena like right down the road for me. I go to Ohio State, and it's like 15 minutes down the road, so it's really cool and really awesome that they're starting to host, well, not starting, but continuing to host events here in Columbus. Definitely a lot of people interested in esports here in Columbus, so it's really cool. So thanks a lot to them. Hats off to them for putting on such a great event, and thanks a lot for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys later.